There's no getting away from the fact that a 7-seater MPV is always going to look a little bit van-like. Yet somehow, Peugeot have managed to make the 5008 seem strangely alluring. The cunning Frenchies have used some designer tricks, such as swooshes here and shiny bits there, which hypnotise you into looking past the boxy shape. It's the same story inside as the wraparound cockpit, sporty dials and quality feel help deepen the trance. Hello? Hello, come on, wake up. Come on, snap out of it, right? Because you can't just be fooled by this car's looks. This is an MPV after all, so interior space is still the key priority. Thankfully, the 5008 doesn't disappoint at all. It's very roomy in here, plus these 3 chairs move individually and you can slide them. You can also recline them like that. It doesn't matter if you get the middle one either, because this floor is completely flat. But what about in the back? Well, I like this feature. To move the seat, it actually flips up the base, so you can slide it all the way forward, and then it's easier to get in. Okay, so it is a little bit tight for adults back here, but it should be fine for kids. Plus, you can keep them nice and safe because you can get this car with full-length curtain airbags, which extend all the way to the 3rd row to help protect your precious cargo. Speaking of cargo, you might think there's not really much room to carry any, but the more seats you fold down, the bigger the load space you get. And it's very easy to do, and I'll demonstrate that now by doing it as quick as possible. Ready, steady, go! Crap. It's all right, I'm okay. Right, ready, steady, go! Ta-da! You can get the 5008 with a choice of petrol and diesel engines, but really the 1.6 HDI diesel is the only engine you actually need, as it provides sufficient pace and can return over 50 miles per gallon, which is pretty good considering the car's size. So then, what is the 5008 like to drive? Well, I have to say, I am pretty impressed actually. The seating position, it's spot on, and obviously you sit high so you can look down on other cars, and I like looking down on other cars. It's very quiet as well, even at speed. Yet when you get out onto a twisty road such as this, it can handle its own. The steering's sharp and there's lots of grip. Plus, if you go for one of the higher spec versions, they come with something called anti-roll control, and they mean you can go around corners fast enough to make your children car sick. However, that particular point brings me on to this car's problems, because while you can get it with luxury items such as a panoramic glass sunroof and even heads-up display, the entry-level car doesn't have alloy wheels, it doesn't have cruise control, and there's not even electric windows in the back, which, quite frankly, Peugeot, that is very, very mean. Other problems I have is the fact that you can't actually reach these controls when you're sat back in the seat. I mean, you need the arms of an orangutan to reach them, or you have to use the force, or I suppose I could just lean forward. I'm not done yet though, because there's a terrible reflection in the windscreens from the dash. And if I actually move my head down here, I can even use, here's a mirror. Yeah, you're looking good in that, yes. Another thing as well is that for an MPV, there's not really very many useful storage cupboards here in the front. I mean, there's no bins on top of the dash, and the glove box, I mean, it's all front and no inner. In fact, it's almost a bit of a lie. However, when you pull up at a junction and you see your reflection in a shop window, those clever design tricks start to work their magic again. And you think to yourself, does all this really matter? After all, this is a car which can carry 7 people in comfort, and it looks good while it's doing it.